once again. Unfortunately, this live is also going to be very quick, like the last few, where it's only going to last an hour, but this is going to be an amazing hour regardless. Sorry, I'm not sick. Just got a cough. Hi, y'all. Welcome. I see y'all. Hi, Sky. Hi, you, Sue. Welcome back, everyone. Hi, it's so great to see y'all. Happy Sunday. Yes, I see everyone. Welcome back. In case you're my fave, thank you so much, Miko. Y'all can see something new. I got my hair done, and I love it. No more bandana, no more bonnet, just full beauty. I posted an art of my OC sauce. I found the confidence. Thank you so much. Of course, Mango. Y'all go check out Mango Dango's stylist. They've been talking so much about it. By the way, I made a fan art of Stephanie. Oh, you did? You did? Let me see. See, I can. Let me see if I can pull up the fan art because I love it. I absolutely love it when y'all make fan art of my characters and of me. It is amazing. Thank you for the compliments about my hair. And thank you, Sakura, for loving my art. Y'all have been amazing. Let me pull up the live so I can see. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, wow. I am so glitchy on that side. I be forgetting how glitchy I am to other people. Because to me, I am on my iPad, it is very smooth, but they're going to change in the future, hopefully. Ooh, y'all, I almost got it. I got it. See if I can find it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh. Yeah, oh, this is bright. Y'all, look at her. It's a video. This is amazing. I absolutely love, Koi, I think the name is Koi. I absolutely love your OC Koi and how you draw Stephanie. It is amazing. Thank you so much, Yuso. You are an amazing artist. I'm very jealous of how you drew the bell. I want to draw bells for so long, but I never figured out how to do it. So I need lessons from you. I just recommend your channel to the best friend. I hope he joins live. I hope so too, Scott. Everyone is welcome on this channel and welcome on the live streams. Miko, yeah, Ms. Joy, I have a question. Yes, Miko, what's your question? Oh, God, there's so many questions. There are so many comments. I love the progress on your Danny's World art, and also that amazing art, whoever made it. It really is an amazing art. And I am very proud of the progress I made on the Danny's World. Yes, I know I'm lagging. It's probably my bad, but we gonna fix it. In the future, I'll probably start streaming different devices like my laptop. So hopefully things will be a little smoother in the future. But for now, it's a little laggy to mess with it. Have you ever heard of Roblox? I do play Roblox. Um, but I haven't been able to play it much because it's been a little bit laggy on my end. But hopefully that'll be in the future. But yes, I do play Roblox. Miss Jordyn, sorry for not posting my OC Destiny. I plan on getting her a new last name because she was disowned too. Definitely some advice for when you want to give an OC from a day last name to a new last name. Look up certain things that can help you. Like if your OC is flower based, look up flower based last names. Or if they're from a certain area like Paris or Brazil, look up Paris/Brazil last names. I'm here to personally congratulate you on some of the most beautiful Danny's World art I've ever seen. Thank you so much, Neil. I am very proud of it. Danny was so silly in your art style. You know, surprisingly, um, I wish I could play with you too. Hopefully in the future, once I get everything situated, I'll be able to play roles with everyone. But what was I gonna say? Oh yes, surprisingly with the Dandy videos, people had mixed reviews. Excuse me. Surprisingly, I had mixed reviews about Dandy and the scary version of him because like I figured, people said it was very uncanny and looked weird in art style. I don't know. I can't draw cutesy. I just can't draw cutesy in my art style. I tried my best, but it came off looking really. So I lean more towards a semi-realism. And while the original Dandy looks a little sketchy, the excuse me, the horrifying version looks a lot better and has been maybe my favorite to draw so far. Miss Jordyn, can you please draw Stephanie smoking drugs and Danny smoking tapes? Actually, that may be a good idea. Let me take a screenshot so I don't forget that. Deciding which one she's gonna smoke because you know she just smoked regular weed, crack pipe. So you got, I gotta be careful with which one I pick for her to smoke. It's gonna be horrible if I make her do the wrong one. She'll get banned. She was disowned because her parents are Jehovah Witnesses. FY, she and her family are Jamaican. Probably give her um a last name away from her culture, or if you want, give her something similar to her culture but still far away from her original family last name. You're the alpha drawing horror. Thank you so much, Miko. I absolutely love drawing horror. I try my best to, even with horror, I try my best to be as accurate as possible. Waffle Muncher is a friend I invited. Welcome, uh, Waffle Muncher. Y'all say hi to Waffle Muncher. Welcome to his live stream. He, excuse me, he actually joined at the perfect time. I have so many views on my shorts. Thank you. Oh, of course, Jennifer. I'm so happy that your stuff is getting more views. Can you please draw John Port? Oh, I heard a lot about it, and I wanted to draw it in the past. I think around the same time that Uncle Samsonite was also trending. Can you draw Tyler the Creator? I feel like he would be slay in your art style. Excuse me. But what was I gonna say? Oh yes, Miss Jordyn, may I call you the Queen of Horror? Yes, that is perfectly fine. That was perfectly fine to call me that. But y'all, I do have a big announcement. If it's easier, you can just say Waffle. Of course, hi Waffle. But y'all, I do have a big announcement. It was going to be posted today, but it's being reviewed, so fingers crossed for that. I have released a Patreon. Yes, I've released a Patreon where y'all can see proper artwork of my stuff, like fan art of Dandy's World, fan art of Dandy's World, more art of Stephanie and the rest of them without the use of it being in the video. Excuse me. And what else? Oh, commissions will be coming back. And this time, doing things different. In the past, I just did SFW stuff because at the time I wasn't comfortable with, you know, drawing NSFW stuff like porn, gore, etc. Well, that's changed. Well, that's changed. So when the Patreon is fully released, I will be also doing NSFW based commissions. And you may think that just may apply to humans. No, no, because I've had so many people generally ask, can we get nasty art? Can we get nasty art of Patty and stuff? I was like, oh, that's weird at first. And I thought about it. This could be benefiting to me. So yes, not only will be there'll be like NSFW based stuff with humans. There is also going to be stuff with monsters like MM and Patty. And there's going to be release of even more monsters. And that means even more. Y'all, I'm very excited I have it released. We need to pay to get into the Patreon? No. No. Joining my Patreon will be free, but you will have the option to pay for a tier. Like there's one for support, like gentleman support. There's another for early access to certain stuff, including writings and certain pieces of artwork. And the last tier, which is the most expensive, is to see, the porn, not really the porn, the NSFW stuff. Because because people really think that I'm about to be drawing um nastiness like that for free. And I'm like, if I'm ever gonna be drawing those if I'm ever gonna be drawing demons doing the nasty, I'm gonna get paid to do it. Like as much as I love y'all, I'm not gonna be drawing NSFW for free, so that will be the most expensive tier. But my Patreon overall will be free. You just won't have any access to NSFW stuff, polls, and you'll have to wait a few days for certain pieces of work to be released. You are the best person ever. Thank you. What is the Patreon called? The Patreon sadly isn't released yet, is getting reviewed. But once it is, there'll be another live stream announcing it. And also it will be posted in the past shorts I've been posting and what's it called? The announcements on YouTube. It will be posted. Excuse me. It will be posted there. I tried to make a short with Stephanie and Stickman Lucy, but it flopped. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lucy. Y'all go check out Lucy's video. I need to check it out after this live stream too. Miss Jordyn's gotta pay the bills. Yes, I do. I need the money. I told someone, I was talking about it, like, oh, should I do this? It's like I'm poor, but I'm not that poor. They're like, yes, you are. You are poor. You need to do the nasty commissions. That's what I did. And the worst thing is, I may be getting, I don't know if this is bad or good, but I might be getting more traffic on my channel and on the Patreon by having the NSFW stuff. Patty ship commissions are going to be wild. Absolutely. They're about to oh, think about it. It's like when you're doing NSFW stuff for your OCs, it's kind of like you're pimping them out. Miss Joy of Horror, Miss Queen of Horror, I have something to say. Yes, Miko, what do you have to say? I want you to have the most expensive commissions for the freaky art people. People are down bad. They will pay unreasonable amounts of money. You gotta make your money worth it. Yes, absolutely. And Patty is technically non-binary, I think, or gender fluid. Patty doesn't really have a gender, so you can call it whatever. So it's basically anything. Oh, but yes, the freakiest people pay the most money. I swear to God, I just may have to pimp out my OCs just to get the attention of these freaky people. Because, let's see. I used to look at this one artist, back when Twitter was Twitter. They made a lot of furry art commissions. And one of their most popular arts is very nasty. I'm excited for more Estelle. Yes, Estelle is coming back in the future, so y'all be prepared for that this week. Along with the parent reveal of my OCs and more Danny's art, of course. But in the most appropriate way I can describe it, imagine like 2 of these inside of someone. Welcome to the Danny's World fandom. We're glad to have you. Thank you so much, Miko. I'm very happy to join the fandom, and I can't wait to learn more about the game. I can't wait to play more of the game. But yeah, imagine two of these in someone. Yeah, it's water ball. Don't worry. And they told they said for the piece they earned $350. Yes, someone paid $350 to draw a furry OC with two of these up inside of them. And at first I was so disgusted. And I thought about it like, you earned $350 just for that. He was like, yes. And I'm like, I just may have to draw. I can't even say it so inappropriate. Yeah, I just might have to, if I ever get broke enough, I might have to do it too. I gotta attract the freaky people and get paid. You attract those people, you can get your rent paid in 3 commissions. Attract those people, get your rent paid in 3 commissions. But y'all, please don't do it unless you're desperate for money like me, because those people are nasty. Like they'll give you hella money, but they are nasty. Context, guys. What are we doing? You don't want to know, Cosmo. You don't want to know. I try to do commissions, but people keep asking for NSFW commissions. Yes, unfortunately, that's the sad thing about being an artist. You gotta watch out for those people. Only do NSFW stuff if you're comfortable doing with it and willing to take the risk of somebody in your family finding out. That's the only time they'd be doing it. And yes, definitely, I'll definitely make a video in the future with Estelle and Evie. But y'all are probably gonna be pissed if I do. And yes, we were talking about how much money people will pay for freaky art. Someone paid $350 for furry art, where the furry thing, I think it was a hyena, had like 2 to 3 of these, which is a water bottle, up in their booty hole. I thought it was nasty at first, and I thought, and I started thinking like, wait, they earned $350 just by drawing it once. I'm like, I need to draw that stuff. Like I am poor, y'all. I need the money. If I ever get desperate enough, I just might do it. I can tell you all the characters in Danny's World if you want. Queen for it. That'd be perfect for a future video already. Oh my god, everyone is reasonably concerned. I'm not comfortable drawing NSFWR, but I know I have to learn that there's different. Yes, only do it, y'all. Please only do NSFW art if you're comfortable doing with it. Like, it doesn't matter how much money the person offers you, even if it's $2,000. Only do it if you're fine with it. Don't entertain the nasty people because you poor. Definitely not. Queen of Four, I love my views you guys give me on my shorts. Yes, thank you. Of course, Jennifer, I'm so happy you've been getting more views on your videos. Should we draw giving Evie and Estelle matching onesies? Yes. I think that would be amazing. But oh my god, Miss Jordyn, hi, you're one of my comfort artists. Hi, Cass. Y'all, welcome Cass to the live stream. It's very nice to see you here, Cass. You probably came at just the right time. I have a question, Miss Queen of Horror. Yes, Mika, what's your question? And no, you're not a bother. But what was I saying? I'm definitely gonna do nice art of Estelle and Evie, because as of now they hate each other. Well, at least it's a one-sided hate. Because if y'all didn't know from the past live stream, hear me out, the pepper spray that almost smoky, yes. Miss Jordyn, Miss Queen of Horror, could you check out the art I posted? Yes, I will. I will check that out. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Oops, it's bright again. I would commission you to draw Smokey versus Shrimpo fight, and that would be amazing. But y'all, remember Mango Dango? This is one of their arts. Okay, I love the outfit. I'm so obsessed with corset-based outfits. I need to draw Evie in one. I need to draw Evie in one of them one day. Yeah, it'll look amazing. Y'all go subscribe to, it's backwards, but go subscribe to Mango Dango. I think they are amazing. I'm thinking about drawing Patty and Claude. Should I do it? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Listen to the demons under your bed. Have you ever watched Hell of a Boss or Has No Tail? I tried to get into it. For the good chunk, it was good, but then too much went on, and I kind of stopped watching it. Why did I think you were Lovely Peaches? Oh, no. Y'all, do I really look like Lovely Peaches? I hope I don't. Oh, I would commission you to draw Evie and my OC Lloyd having a slumber party. Trans besties. Yes, we love trans besties on this channel. You're so gorgeous, though. I love your art. Thank you so much, Camden. I'll forget that Lovely Peaches comment. Yeah, going back home, I think art of Estelle and Evie being nice to each other will be great. But like fan art, fanning them, absolutely love each other. Canon version, absolutely do not like each other. Well, at least it's one-sided, because remember, if you haven't watched the past live stream, the reason why Estelle and Evie don't really have a good relationship together is because Evie stole painkillers from Estelle's wife when she was recovering from leg surgery. Miss Jordyn, hear me out. What's your hear me out, Miko? What's your hear me out? The whole reason I started my channel was because of you, my comfort artist. Oh, thank you so much, Lucy. Y'all make sure to go subscribe to Lucy Art. Their art is also amazing. Dandy's, you're hearing me out. I think Dandy's a lot of people's hearing me out. Woo. I would also, you're so pretty. Thank you so much, Blueberry Stars. I would also commission you to draw a reference tree for my OC Destiny. She will look beautiful in your art style. By the way, she's supposed to have a butterfly modification. Now that would be incredible. I would gladly draw OC reference sheets for you and for everyone. Excuse me, y'all. I had to catch my breath. Yeah, before I forget, Estelle don't like Evie because Evie stole painkillers from Estelle's wife, and unfortunately got her discriminated against when she went to go get a refill. And then when she confronted Evie about it, Evie got really heated at her. Estelle slapped her. That was history. But yeah, despite that, it may be amazing to see all of them just, key and being nice to each other again. Because they generally did have a decent relationship before all that went down. So it's a shame. Had Evie not stolen the pills, lied to Estelle, and then get angry at her for being caught, this sleepover would have been canon. Can you please draw Twisted Glisted? Yes, I will in the future. Hopefully once the Patreon is released, there will be a deal going around. I think will be pretty good for building up a community. For the first week, people will be able to make free requests of drawing one character, like a little doodle of one character, like requesting Dandy's World characters, their OCs, and more like that. And then after that week or month is up, you would have to pay $1 to have that sketch be drawn. And once I figure out, there may be live streams on the Patreon too. Hear me out again. What's your hear me out, Miko? I gotta redo Two Dead Lesbians in a Dream. I don't think I ever heard that prompt. That sounds incredible. Two Dead Lesbians in a Dream. Before I forget, if y'all remember from the last live, I read off some pages from the story I was working on with Stephanie, the Dread story. This. What's the Patreon called again? I didn't pay attention. Unfortunately, the Patreon isn't released yet because it is being reviewed. But once it is, it will be announced, and I will provide the link to everyone. But it's gonna be pretty much my name, which is Miss Jordyn. It'll be very similar. So just look out for that, and it'll be announced. Does anyone know I have no mouth and I must scream? Yes, yes. I was so obsessed with the story my freshman year. And I kept rereading the comic over and over again. I was obsessed with trying to draw, what was his name? Ted. When he was at the end of the story, when he was at Blob that couldn't scream. And then I randomly stopped being obsessed with it. But I need to redraw it because I think Am will look incredible in my art style. The same thing with that glob monster at the end of it. The only question is which glob monster? Either the video game glob monster or the canon comic version of either. But yes, if you imagine for the last live stream, more has been written. I don't know if y'all can read this, but this is a text message exchange from Smokey to Stephanie. It's backwards. And sadly, I don't think I can read this because it is very inappropriate. Actually, you should definitely draw Mr. Puzzles. I would. I think he's a Danny's World character. I could be wrong, but if he's not from that, I'll still draw him because the name alone sounds amazing. Yes, this is the text message from Smokey to Stephanie. And y'all remember from the last live stream, people were already heated with Smokey because of the pepper spray video. Y'all drop another short soon. I might take a break because I have school during that day. I have school tomorrow, but thankfully next week is spring break. Woo! And with spring break means more live streams. The live streams may actually be a daily thing during spring break because I love interacting with you all so much. And it's a shame I only have time during the weekends. Hear me out, Queen Gliston and Gojo. Yes, I'm definitely on Gojo. I don't know much about Gliston yet for him to be a hear me out, but he also sounds incredible. Right. I love your art. I love to hear feedback on my art, though. I don't want to be annoying, but it'd be so cool. Yeah, let's do that. Because, I love seeing more artists on my channel and seeing their art ranging from beginner to pro. I love it all. Ms. Jordyn, can you please pray for me? If you pray, it's because my exam week next week and I revisit barely anything. Yes, I will pray for you definitely. I just completed one of my midterms today. It felt too easy, so I'm scared. Like, you ever done an assignment or test or exam that felt too easy and you get scared? I hope I did well on that because it felt too easy. Those I forgot I posted art of Smokey. I'm gonna have to check that out next. But y'all, this is Fairy Core Queen Walter. Oop, little bright. This is Fairy Core Queen Walter White. I love a little Pokemon. I think it's a Pokemon. A little pregnant art. But it looks really good. I think you did great, Fairy Core Walter. My only advice for the arms over here is to make them the same size. Definitely either make them both big or both arms small, and that's going to change your art for the better. Definitely. But besides that, you've done great. Thank you so much, Fairy Core Walter. It's incredible. Y'all, let's go check out Lucy's now. Um, Last night I stayed up really late for your live stream, but turns out I misread your community post and there was no live. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nia. I was telling yesterday I wasn't feeling well, and also, you know, got my hair done. No more bonnet. So I'm very happy with this. Ooh, y'all, this is Lucy's. See, she also posts Danny's World Art. See, I can find it. You see, look. Here's some of the art. Little car ride meme. I love the hair on the blue one. It looks amazing. See what else? Oh, this is. I remember people told me about this one. This is Shadow Milk Cookie. I don't know much about the character, but I love the little cake design. Ooh, excuse me. Gooby art style will be so adorable. His twisted form will be terrifyingly adorable. Yes. Yes. You see, there's shrimp up there. There's shrimpo art. There's little birthday art. It looks incredible. I love the little cross the guys wear. That may be my favorite part of this one. And this is the Smokey art. I found Smokey. Oh my god, I love this one. And look, right beneath it is Stephanie. Oh. Oh my god, I love the style of eyes. It reminds me so much of Unicorn Wars. Thank you so much, Lucy Art. Your art is incredible. Let me like both. If someone has to see the shrimpo, I think this is it. I love the little blush. It's like a little comment with who is it? I think Pebble. I think that's the name of Pebble. I swear that mail peg isn't the only art I do. I'm not insane. It was fan art of a YouTuber. Now you completely find favorite core Walter White. I think at some point in their life, an artist will jokingly or seriously draw mail peg art. But it happens. It's gonna happen eventually. Hi, Scorpius. Welcome. Yeah, we when we hit the 40-minute mark, which is in 7 minutes, um, I couldn't find my pencil, so I'm going to be taking a photo and draw IBIS paint. What was that? I tried IBIS paint again, in the past because Procreate's been acting weird with me. Victor, I have a question. I feel kind of like a bother, but I want to ask. No, you're not a bother at all. Ask away, Miko. I worked an hour on Stephanie's art. Well, that hour was absolutely worth it. Your art is amazing, Lucy. Thank you so much. I love your monsters. Thank you so much, Scorpius. No, fun fact. It takes me a lot less time to draw the monsters compared to drawing my regular human characters or fan art. Have you watched Squid Game? Yes, I've watched both seasons of Squid Game. Um, in the first season, Ollie was my favorite, the Indian man, and the my second favorite character was, I forgot her name, but she was the trans military character. She was my second. She was my second favorite, and I can't wait to see more on either, I don't know, season 3 or just a continuation of season 2. But I'm excited for either possibility. The monsters look amazing. What's the secret to making them look like a sleep paralysis demon? Definitely, how, I don't really know. I'll have to post a tutorial in the future because it's so difficult to put into words. Yeah, there'll definitely be a tutorial in the future about how I make them look so horrifying. Like I say, it's all in the line art. The line art is the line art is your best friend when it comes to making them look scary, more than the coloring, more than the actual sketch. Queen, I gotta say something. Yes, Miko, what you gotta say? Hi, Pookie. Hi, Nightbot 2.0. But yo, when we hit Draw Nunu, Pebble, and Cole having a play day, yes, absolutely. I think that would be adorable. I shall return. Bye, Miko. Hope you can come back before the end of the live stream in 25 minutes. Inho, the front man, wants to be in Bro Jihan. I remember when after the first season came out, people were shipping the two like crazy. Stephanie getting comforted by Pebble will be heartwarming. It really is. I should draw in the future if I ever have time to do so. Yeah, before I forget again, when we hit like the 40 to 45-minute mark of the live stream, by a show of hands, who wants me to draw? No, not draw. Who wants me to read off more of chapter 1 of the Dread story? Should I draw Evie with my OC Lloyd next? Yes, I really think you should. They may be close friends. My best friend has an unhealthy obsession with Namjoon from Squid Game. She has a whole wall dedicated to him. I forgot who he is. I think he was the best friend of the Thanos. Was he the best friend of Thanos? If so, I can understand it visually, but personality wise, I don't get it. If you draw Twisted Pebble, I know it's gonna be terrifying. Yes. Cause ain't Pebble that giant like roller dog thing? Yes, I've been wanting to draw him for so long, but I couldn't get an idea of how to draw him yet. Y'all missed it, but from a show, I'm guessing by the show of hands, y'all want me to read off more of the story. And I won't sugarcoat it at all. It is gonna be very vulgar. It is gonna be very vulgar. At least part of it. Because in this next scene, Stephanie meets up with her neighbor. Then she gonna meet up with Smokey. They do nasty things, and then he pretty much very verbally abuses her. And my favorite artist, thank you so much, Purple Jelly. But fun fact, I got so heated writing Smokey in the story. I had to physically leave my room, and I was so mad. As if I wasn't the one that just wrote it. I showed some screenshots to, I want to say, a very close friend, like a very close friend. And he said, you wrote a damn villain. I was like, yes, I'm trying to make him as hateable as possible. Like, you draw villains very differently. Question, did Nunu die, or did it endure abandonment, infection, and illness? No, Nunu, the dog, is very much alive. He was just blinded after an illness that unfortunately affected his eyes. And because of that illness, he was unfortunately abandoned by his last owner, but was quickly adopted by Stephanie after being homeless for maybe 10 minutes. So it was like a blessing in disguise for Nunu. And despite, how messed up Stephanie is, she still makes time. She still makes time and effort to do what's best for Nunu. And that is just amazing. And that is just amazing of her, given her situation. Does Smokey hurt Nunu? No, he does nothing to Nunu. Like, he don't like Smokey's a very mean-spirited person, but even he knows not to do anything with the dog, because he knows if anything were to happen to the dog, Stephanie would end him. Like, she does not have the physical or figurative strength to carry out a murder, but if something were to happen with Nunu, game over. Media game over with Smokey. Um, Draw, Step, and Evie as kids. Uh, you said they were friends. Yes, they used to be childhood friends until unfortunately, Evie's mom and Stephanie's aunt had a huge petty argument and barred each other from seeing each other again. But yes, I'll definitely draw. Can you do more lore with Evie? Definitely. There's actually going to be a parent reveal for Evie in the future. And if you watch my past live streams, you'll see why Evie's mom is so obsessed with Evie in general and why she didn't want Evie to become a woman in the first place. I'm going to steal him from Stephanie. Sorry, Stephanie. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. Very petty reason why Stephanie and Evie were forced to stop being friends. But, I just lost my track of thought. I just lost my track of thought. I'm so sorry. Let's see. What else? I for real forgot what I was gonna say. It was so weird. Chop suey, yes, he's a. I think that's a food. You make me hungry. I might order me a Philly cheesesteak after this. I heard chop suey. I just think Philly cheesesteak for some reason. If Stephanie had a favorite cartoon when she was younger, what would it be? Veggie Tales. Immediately Veggie Tales. Can you draw Betty Boop in your style? Yes, I would. I have a question. What's your question, Lucy? What else? Oh yes, the reading of the story with the rest of chapter 1. Has Stephanie ever been hit or slapped? Throughout her childhood, yes, she was physically abused by her auntie. And in her adult life, she was occasionally attacked by either Smokey's wife, his baby mamas, a random stranger when they tried to fight her in the convenience store she was working in. And only once it was Smokey, but he backed off immediately because she pulled a gun on him. She pulled out the gun once. He never put his hands on her again. Miss Queen Enzo wasn't talking about the food. I figured, but I'm tired and hungry. Yes, a fun lore fact. The whole reason Smokey doesn't put his hands on Stephanie because she would actively carry out the murder if he did. But so for some odd reason, she doesn't have the strength when it comes to the verbal and emotional stuff. Just heartbreaking. Does Stephanie have a secret lover other than her trash can of a boyfriend? Technically yes, but it's not really a secret. By technicality, Stephanie has 2 men. The first is Smokey, of course, and the second is one of Smokey's friends that she sometimes sleeps with in exchange for a higher amount of money. Like every time she sleeps with this man, she gets between $500 to $2,000. Yeah, this is a very wealthy man that she occasionally sleeps with when she's desperate. The live stream ends at let's do 7 o'clock. Yeah, this live stream is gonna go on until 7 o'clock this time. So I mean, this is only lasting an hour and a half today. Will we be getting more scary art? Yes, in the future I will be posting more scary art. How do you write? How do you write about tough experiences such as being harassed, being called slurs, or assault? First, research it. Get a proper idea of how to write it and how to do it respectfully. Because at the end of the day, there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people going through the exact same thing. 2, don't try to romanticize it or make it seem funny because assault and abuse is definitely not funny. And 3rd, Don't try to ham it up like, oh, he punched her and punched her and punched her and punched her and punched her. That's hamming it up. You gotta write it respectfully. Can you react to my drawing style? Yeah. Yeah, I can react to your drawing style. After this announcement I have to make, can you redraw this rat guy? Can you redraw that rat guy likes? Because y'all think I'm having a stroke. What's up? Huge fan of your art and your characters. Thank you so much, Beanie Weenie. She has kids, right? Steph? No, no. Stephanie does not have kids. Thank the Lord for that. Thank you that Stephanie does not have kids. Her life would have been ruined if she did. Remember Stephanie's old design? Yes, I do. It is crazy how much she changed. Can you draw your favorite twisted from Danny's World on your star? Yes. I think my favorite is Razzle and Dazzle. It's like a two-headed thing. I can't describe it, but they're definitely my favorite, and I'll definitely be drawing them in the future. What was I gonna say? Hi, Toro. Welcome. Wait, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something, and immediately forgot it. What was? Oh yeah, read off the story. The rest of chapter 1 that I've written for Stephanie. In your old video, I thought you said she had 2 kids that were Smokey's. Oh no, that's where a lot of people got it wrong. Smokey's wife, yes, wife. Smokey's wife is the one with 2 kids. Stephanie has 0 kids because, unfortunately, because of a mix of genetics and her drug abuse, she is infertile. But she likes to see it as a blessing in disguise from God because he knew that did not have the strength or the will to raise a baby. I agree to researching issues. I have daddy issues and severe PTSD from it. I've had people romanticize SAM books and claim it gets cute to be traumatized by something that's not. I've seen that a lot too. And it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting when people romanticize stuff like that. Because in turn, that just makes the real life issue seem like a joke and the victims aren't taken seriously. So it's very important you do the proper research and be respectful with it. Otherwise, you could end up romanticizing it or worse. Miss Jordyn, I have a question. What's your question, Noah? Oh, it's me. I heard girl, Miss Jordyn. Oh, welcome, girl. Oh my God. You changed a lot. Welcome back, girl. Girl, your Danny drawing slave so hard. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I write a lot of characters who have disorders, such conditions, or dealing with circumstances that are considered super controversial. And I always make sure to be respectful. Yes, yes, definitely. Because at the end of the day, there are thousands going exactly through that and are either not being taken seriously or ignored because their stuff is romanticized, villainized, etc. A really difficult subject to add Stephanie's story is transvestization and chasers. You know those type of people who trans who like trans people but lust for sleeping with a trans person. Yes, yes. And Smokey is one of them, unfortunately. The way you draw lashes so pretty. Thank you so much. Smokey's one of them, unfortunately, and I have gone comments in the past, basically fetishizing Evie, is asking, oh, where's the porn of her? Where's the porn? She's just a porn character. Mind you, she's never been naked once. And a huge reason why she wears a lot of modest clothing is to hide her self-harm scars and because she doesn't like the fact that people are only like her because they're lusting after her. And it's such a shame. That issue will also be covered in the story, but I don't know enough. I don't know enough about it yet to write about it. So before I ever do or make any art regarding it, I'm going to be doing the proper research and write it in a respectful manner because there are thousands of trans people like Evie and like the other character going through this, going through the same thing, are rightfully traumatized by it. Miss Jordan, I was from the last live stream. I changed my name though. I heard girl. Yes, I remember you. You were amazing in the last live stream. Excuse me. Ooh, how do we say it in our drawings? Oh, in the future, once the Patreon is fully released, you'll have the opportunity to send me your art through that. And don't worry if you think, oh, what if I don't have the money for the Patreon? You can join my Patreon absolutely free. There is no need for payment. I need more Steph and Evie continued. Yes. Yes. So many people have been begging me to draw more of Stephanie and Evie. That will be the case in the future. Ooh. The video where you drew that tampon, I think it was so scary. Yes, it was a tampon. It was a redo of a past video I made where after people said Patty looked like a pad, someone asked me to draw a scary tampon. And that's what I did. Miss Jordan, I have a question. What's your question, Miko? My sister got into her dream school. Yeah, that's amazing. Very cool, Walter, right? Y'all say, y'all make sure to congratulate very cool Walter White's sister. That's an amazing thing that happened. I for real want to make all my OCs minors because I don't want them to be sexualized. I'm error ace and it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. That is an unfortunate price for all artists to have your OCs sexualized, no matter the age of them or the context behind them. But you do have control of what happens, especially when you're still a smaller artist. So definitely don't let it discourage you, and you gotta do what's best for you and your characters. Hi, it's my first time here, and I just want to say I love your art. Oh, thank you so much, average YouTuber. I gotta go see you guys. I'm gonna go work on some art before I get grounded. Oh, bye, Mango Dango. I hope you can join the next live next week. Or maybe tomorrow because I might not have anything ready to post tomorrow. Hi, I'm Miko's alt. Hi, Noah. Hi, Miko's alt account. Welcome back. Y'all, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we way past the time that I was gonna read the rest of the chapter 1 that I've written. It's not complete yet, but it's something. Correction. The topic of trans chasers might also be in Simone's story. Trans folks might find her more attractive because she's meek and passes well in terms of appearance. Excuse me. Can you react to all the videos if you want? Hopefully in the future once I have time. But I still have I think one more bit of time to get through with, and then I am free. I am free. Hallelujah. I would love for you to draw my OC. She is a biblical angel and has demonic characteristics, and your art style is so scary. I'm not asking them. No, I might do that. I'm gonna take a screenshot so I don't forget. Her name is Ruth. Well, Ruth sounds like an incredible OC. Oh yeah, before I forget, raise your. I know it's been a little while. Raise your hands. Biblical characters are the best. They really are. Raise your hands if you want me to read the rest of what I've written for chapter 1 of Dread, which is a story involving Stephanie and her doppelganger. And I won't sugarcoat things at all. It is very vulgar. It is very vulgar from Smokey's end at least. How do I show that character is bisexual without erasing it because I have a significant other of either gender? I'm not really sure. Even I don't know how to write it as of now. I would suggest researching how to write a character like that and probably ask around to see what's the best way to do it. Steph's mystery friend is so pretty. Oh my god, he really is. Jermaine is gorgeous. He may be one of my favorite non-monster based OCs. Oh my god, that's such a huge compliment. Thank you. Of course. By the show of hands, you will see the rest of chapter 1. You know, it may be best if I actually read it from the beginning. Sorry, I'm probably gonna be annoying, but one more time. By a show of hands, who wants me to read the chapter from the very beginning? So the people who haven't heard me read the story before have an idea of what to expect. The mystery friend is slaying. He really is. I'm a bi girl who has a GF. I think referencing their attraction to other gender is important. It is, definitely. Okay, I see enough hands. That means we're going to be reading the story from the beginning. Okay, this is chapter one. Ooh, chapter one of Dread, the soon-to-be series that you will have a chance to see the work in progress of all on the Patreon when it's been officially released. Actually, has it? Oh, it hasn't. Oh, I thought it was. We need more new. We really do. The problem is Simone is bisexual and is already in a relationship with Destiny. I told a friend that Simone has had crushes on boys before in the past. Is that good? I think that's a good story. Yes, I think that's an amazing story so far. You definitely do more research and definitely ask around for advice. Because I don't know nothing. And if you don't know anything about a subject, don't write it like you do know something. That's the best advice I can give. But before this live stream ends, the only thing I ask for you is that you the only thing I ask that you add is she has black horns, white wings, and a long black heart-shaped tail. If you draw her, I think I would pass out. Yes, let me take a screenshot so I don't forget. Y'all, the moment of truth. Chapter 1, from the beginning of the Dread series. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I need to eat dinner. Oh, bye, Jennifer. Bye. Hope you can come back for next week. Hopefully that'll be when the rest of chapter 1 will be finished. And the beginning of chapter 2 will start. Oh yeah, before we run out of time, let me start reading. Get y'all ready. How do you find references for horror characters / designs? Pinterest. I actually have a whole, let me pull this up. I actually have a whole Pinterest board dedicated to references for horror-based art. Like you can see from my homepage, I have some examples. But right here, horror references, you can see some are very similar to past artworks I've made. All you have to do is search body horror references. You'll find some amazing stuff, such as this. I think this is what I based off of one of the past OCs, but I can't remember who it is. I'm going to sew a patch onto my shirt while you read like an audiobook. Your voice is so soothing. Thank you so much for record, Walter. Can you please do all my OC? I might in the future. I'll have to make sure I have enough time to do it first. Thank you. I barely use Pinterest. I may have to get back into it. Yes. Yes, Pinterest is definitely amazing to finding references. I'm not sure much when it comes to building up an actual platform, but definitely when it comes to finding references, definitely the best thing to use. What is Steph going to college for? Steph isn't enrolled in college yet, but she wants to get sober so she'll be able to get to college. But Evie, who is enrolled, she's in what's it called? I think she's in college for marketing. And Jermaine is in college for IT or computer science. One of those two. Jermaine is in community college and Edie is in a prestigious college, which is a huge chunk of why she is in more than $300,000 in debt. She went to debt for a degree because she didn't have a choice to. Any ideas for butterfly themed certain names I need for Destiny? How about Monarch? Or I think Monarch is a good first name. What happened to the Mother Mary doll? When Stephanie was a child, she was given a Mother Mary doll. And when she started going through the abuse, she didn't want the Mother Mary doll. to watch what she's going through. So she drew a blindfold on it so she wouldn't be able to see what was going on. It is a very heartbreaking thing. Get some good you said some surnames for your butterfly. See, googling butterfly names is a good example of. Ooh, there's bright. Googling butterfly names is a good idea to find some surnames. Some include swallowtails, skippers, queens, viceroys, birdwing, morpho, malachite. Yes, I think those are some good ideas. Oh, y'all, before I forget, I almost completely forgot about reading the chapter. My bad, y'all. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna be annoying one more time. How did you come up with that the design for Stephanie? I knew I wanted to draw a crackhead. I looked up crackheads and homeless women. I combined the two, and it got the visual idea of Stephanie. That's the best way I can put it. This is what happens when you Frankenstein your references. You create OCs like Stephanie. If you're if you're mm, if you're drawing body horror, do you know if there's any way to get over like that squeamy feeling when I draw it? I feel like I have to retract myself every 5 minutes to keep it going. Definitely take a break. When you're drawing, when you're feeling squirmy, or drawing horror art. And second, put on something nice in the background, like preppy music, SpongeBob, My Little Pony. Put on something nice while you're drawing so you don't get completely nauseous from drawing something so horrifying. What about Evie? Um, I looked up French white women and certain white women based off of a preppy aesthetic with short hair. And that's how I got an idea of how I wanted Evie to look. Like originally she had a bowl cut. Cause I thought, oh, this is such a bowl cut person. And then I actually drew it on her and it looked so ugly. So instead I gave her like a half wool cut, half jellyfish cut, half wolf cut. And it was received so much better for everyone. I want to thank everyone who rightfully cussed me out for making her ugly with that haircut because she was changed for the better. The immediate better. I hope this isn't weird, but how do you make your lore so juicy? My lore is so dry, and I wanted to draw on my OC some juicy lore than just being a cannibal. Definitely go into you know my bad, y'all. Definitely go into why are they a cannibal? How did they become this way? Why are they continuing with this lifestyle? Um, Create something like did their childhood affect why they want to be eating people? Did their future life determine why they want to start eating people? You gotta get into their childhood, their adolescent slash teen years, their current years, and eventually their future years. Do you write about suicide and self harm? Um, Not yet, but it will be in the future. Because in all due honesty, I used to do self harm admittedly, and came close to unaliving myself at one point. But that was way back in middle school. And since then, I've been in therapy. I've worked to why I was feeling that way, and I've recovered. But I'm still not at a point in my life where I'm comfortable, talking about it with other people. And I hope in the future, once I feel more comfortable, I'll be able to um, write characters accurately about it in the future. But for now, just me, myself, and I. You're like the opposite of Vizzy Pop. You are so accurate about your OC's trauma, and your art style is so unique. Thank you so much, Scorpius. Um, I don't know much about Vizzy Pop to make an accurate judgment about her. I do like some of her art, but I don't know her well enough to get into it, if you know what I mean. I didn't know that you tell Laura on this. I only watched the shorts. Yes, I sometimes say to Laura on the live stream, but most of the time it's through shorts or future fan art. and your characters are not annoying. Thank you so much, Scorpius. I mean, even for you to say, even Smokey isn't annoying, that's probably saying a lot. Oh yeah, we got another how much? 25 minutes left. I'm gonna use these last 25 minutes to read into the story because y'all have enjoyed it so much the last time. I forgot. I forgot. Show of hands. Sadly, I'm asleep. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lucy. It's a shame you have to go. I hope you can turn. I hope you can come back next week for the live stream. I hope you can come back next week for the live stream. It's gonna be juicy, that one. I have worried. Oh, I'm so. Well, I shouldn't say so sorry. You go get that cash, girl. Go get that money. Bye, Lucy. Stay creative. Bye, Lucy. I hope you can come back for next week. Do you do any traditional art, or is it all digital? If so, could you show us some of it? I used to do traditional, and sometimes I still do traditional in class when I'm like very bored. But yeah, I mostly do like tradition. I mostly do digital art because that's what I've been used to, and I've been working on my art software the better for the past 4 years. But yeah, it's definitely easier for me on digital art compared to traditional art because you make a mistake and just tap a few buttons, fix it immediately. Trash scares me. I need my undo button. Yes, yes. I should def watch more of you if you tell the lore like this. Yes. Average YouTuber, you actually came at a perfect time because I'm actually about to read the chapter book I'm reading for Stephanie and her doppelganger. It is a huge lore reveal, and more pages about it will be revealed on my Patreon for paying tiers, unfortunately. While you do have to pay on Patreon to read the story, you can basically see it, you can basically listen to it for free on every live stream. So it's kind of like a win-win thing for everyone. Another thing to add on my commission request is Destiny cosplaying Flutter from Danny's World in a monarch butterfly skin. Yes. Yes. I still don't know much about Danny's World, but Flutter may be one of my second favorites. I miss you guys. Oh, welcome back, Moss. Welcome back. You came back at the perfect opportunity. We're just about to rewatch, not rewatch, reread chapter one. Now that there's a lot more added, thankfully. What inspired you to make such different art? A mix of unicorn wars, something scary, and an old horror-based YouTuber named I think Laura Draws. I think that's her name. She's my favorite, absolute favorite. Really quick, before the live stream ends in how long? 22 minutes. By a show of hands, who wants me to read the chapter one before everything ends and gets access to a huge lore reveal? Absolutely huge lore reveal through the story. That sounds great. I'll see what I can do. Definitely. If I ever remember who her name is, I'll definitely tag her in the live stream. I'm not really in Danny's world yet, but my favorite design so far is Sprout. Yes, Sprout also has an amazing design. I know nothing about the lore of these characters, but I can tell who is my favorite just by the designs. And because of the show of hands, I don't want to forget more. It gets distracted again. Let's get into chapter one. This is chapter one of Dread. Did you base anything off your seeds off of yourself? Yes, the mental health issues. But that's for another story. Some of the mental health issues like depression and anxiety, but that's another story. But at least it'll be a good lore reveal for me. Lore reveal of me, the creator. But before I forget it again, y'all like my hula hoop? I love the colors. Before I forget, chapter one of the future web series / Patreon series, Dread. The feeling of a wet, rough tongue was what woke. Let me try that again, y'all. The feeling of a wet, rough tongue was what woke Stephanie from her sleep. Opening her crusted eyes, she was greeted by the sight of her small canine companion. She must have passed out on the floor again for the fourth time this week. Slowly, Stephanie began to peel herself off of the wooden floor, feeling a sense of stickiness on her left facial cheek as she sat up. What did she pass out in? She doesn't want to think about it. The now excited but cautious canine steps into his owner's lap. He does his best to find a space in between Stephanie's legs as he starts to paw at them. Poor thing was as blind can be, yet his spirit was lively. Finally finding the space, the chihuahua curls into a circle and sets in. Panic as it rested. Stephanie stared down at his milky white eyes and let out a subtle smile. At least one of them is feeling good this morning. The room was illuminated by the sun poking through the broken window shades. Shields? I think that's the name of it? Yeah, shields. The floors were covered in filth, worn clothing, spilled powder, and God knows what else. Petting Nunu in her lap, Stephanie's attention slowly began to shift to something more familiar. The sound of a click, the sound the sound of some woman talking, another click, the sound of an unknown yelp. Is it coming from outside again? Is it in her mind? Is someone in her mind? There's someone in here with her. Looking around in paranoia, Stephanie abruptly stands up, accidentally knocking Nunu to the floor. She was so sweaty and itchy. Not even looking down, Stephanie began to scratch her bandaged arm as she continued to stare off into space. The sounds won't leave. She knows that there's someone here. She can she can see them hiding in the corner of her eyes. They want her. They want her drugs. Yes, drugs. They want to take her medicine, but she won't let them. Looking around once more, Stephanie spots three unknown different colored pills on the floor. She grabs them swiftly and swallows them with haste. The itching only intensified. It wasn't enough. On the couch, she could see a spilled white substance still next to the ripped open bag. With haste, she positions herself in front of the couch. The tiny ripped open bag felt endless as she poured the remainder on the shredded couch cushion. Covering her face with her hands in a prayer-like motion, she quickly ingested through her nose, licking the, licking the stuck remains with her tongue. Still on her knees, she looked up and scratched deeper into her arm as she focused on a particular corner of the room. As she continued to look at it, the effects of the unknown substances started to kick in. It was dull, and her body, but it was better than nothing. What the hell is it? What the hell is with these? Smokey's been holding out. She just knows it. Reality began to set in as she felt something small and hairy touch her leg. Stephanie, you want something to eat, Nunu? I know I still have something for you. Nunu let out Nunu let out an old croaked bark as he started to blindly wander through the garbage on the floor. There was supposed to be a wide open path for him to follow. It's long been covered by filth. Stephanie should clean it. She needs to clean it. She's fine with suffering, but Nunu doesn't deserve that. She'll clean it today, hopefully. Stumbling into the kitchen, Stephanie rummages through the lower cabinets for any leftover dog food. There was mostly nothing but unused pots/pans, dog food, kitty liver, kitty litter, and cobwebs. There was some edible food for herself, but she rarely needed it. Stephanie, a sandwich sounds great today. Do I want one? Should I? I got the money for it. I prayed for this. Did I pray? Will God be fine? But the food needs to be blessed. Blessed food keeps me alive and well, keeps me slim. Does not allow the fat ingredient to his kingdom. And greed is too much food. A sandwich is too much. It is greed, thus a sin against him, against what he sees as right. He sees what I do as right. Before she even realized it, Stephanie was putting a paper plate filled with wet kibble on the floor, much to the gratefulness of Nunu. When did she find the bag? Or even when she started making the food? Oh well. Slowly sitting on the floor, she watched as her dog munched on his food with haste. She wishes she could eat and live freely. One second, y'all. Being a dog sounds amazing. Probably not, but still. Her phone, my bad, y'all. Her phone's vibration snapped her out of her peaceful trance. Opening it, and a flood of missed calls and messages. bank notifications, and miscellaneous updates. The most recent text notifications caught her attention. They were from her landlord and boyfriend and dealer, and basically a three-in-one deal. What does he want so early in the morning? Opening the messages, Stephanie began to read through what she had missed. The bright light burned her already red eyes, but she pushed through regardless. And this is a text message from Sawyer Smithers, Smokey's real name, Sawyer Smithers. I was very lazy with naming him. Sent at 3:20 p.m. You already know what time it is. Up and tooted up, JJ. Be here by 4 o'clock. I know you will wait. Sent at 3:23 p.m. And don't be fucking late. You know what happens when you are. I got your favorite waiting for you. Gladly throw that shit in the trash. Get your ass here now. Yeah, y'all see why I was so heated with writing him. Stephanie could only Stephanie could only blankly stare at the text, twitching. It was sent 20 minutes ago. She could still make it if she sped walked. Her knees cracked loudly as she stood up. She has work at 6 o'clock, so she can't leave Nunu alone today. Excuse me, y'all. Hopefully, her neighbors are still at home. Even though the canine was still eating, Stephanie picks up her miniature best friend and gives him a peck on his furry cheek, heading out the door in a haste. She could always find a man's place. Her clothes are still good for the future. Her phone is at 35%. She's not feeling as dope sick today. She got money for both the neighbors and her weekly score. And her boyfriend's wife is gone for another day. This may be a decent hangout. Before she knew it, Stephanie was standing outside her elderly neighbor's door, knocking on it as she held Nunu in her free hand. She swayed as she struggled to keep herself upright. For some reason, the floor felt colder and rougher today. Weird, it was only March. The door opened and the elderly black woman greeted her. Melissa. Stephanie. Hi, Miss. Smiling wide and with open arms, Melissa gives Stephanie a big hug. She and her husband Bertram have lived there for 4 years with their 4 cats. Ever since Stephanie first moved in, they've treated her like one of their own grandchildren, even after, well, everything. But they don't see that. No, they see a young adult in hard times. Melissa, there's my baby. And my tiny baby, too. Hello, Nunu. Oh, my. As Nunu was picked up by Melissa, his wagged in excitement as he used his paws and tongue to find her face. He loves it when he's babysat by them. He's been over so many times he was accidentally taught how to box. Don't ask. It has saved Stephanie a lot of time with having to go outside with Nunu. The hallway seemed to shift and swirl as her swaying became a mix of stumbling. She was old, but she was also sweaty. Her feet were killing her and she hadn't even moved 5 feet. Something was running down her nostrils. Is it snot? Blood? She doesn't care what it is. She needs Smokey. And this is an interaction between Stephanie and Melissa, so I'm not going back and forth so much with their names. And before I could do, I'm 19 years old and Stephanie is 22. Fed nicely. I need to see the landman, the high one. He pleases me. I'm sure he does, my baby. I have your coins. Big bucks, I mean. Moonshine. Is Moonshine okay? Did she have her babies? They need to be named after more beers, like Russian Donkey or Mule, Moscow. Heard they're nice creatures of God. Good. Amen. Yes, he is. I got Nunu. While you're going to see the landlord, you go back to that apartment, clean yourself up, and get you a quick nap or meal in. How does that sound? Still stumbling, Stephanie pulled out a wadded amount of cash and handed it to Melissa. It was $127. Originally, Melissa and Bertram were happy to watch over Nunu for free, but Stephanie always insisted, no matter how bad she needed to save that money. Stephanie, I can't. I have in 2 hours. It's better if Nunu was protected. Melissa, well, all right. You sure you don't want to grab you some shoes, Elliot? Socks, maybe? Looking down at her feet, Stephanie finally noticed why the wooden floors felt rougher than usual. She forgot to put on her shoes. It was nothing but her bared, bruised, and nearly crippled feet touching the ground. Stephanie, oh, yeah, I can hold some feet where I know to guide and lead me. Excuse me, y'all, once again. I'll be back in the morning, Nunu. Love you. With that, Steph her dog a long kiss on the forehead, half limping, half stumbling away toward the exit door. She didn't grab her shoes. Melissa watched her leave with sadness as Nunu still squirmed excitedly in her arms. The door closed. Melissa slowly walked towards her husband, Bert, as her four cats roamed around the apartment. Moonshine, Pigwig, Marty G, and Crinkle. They also loved it when Nunu came over. After putting Nunu down so he could also roam around with his feline friends, Melissa winced as she painfully sat down on the couch. Her knees were killing her. This is an interaction between Bert and Melissa, so I'm not going back and forth between this again. How was she today? The same. She had no shoes on, and booger sugar was leaking out her nostrils. Lord, she couldn't stand straight even if she was tied to a pole. She only getting sicker. We can't keep accepting this. It's not helping her, only us. We can't do anything until she lets us help her. All we can do is keep praying for her baby. Signed, Melissa could only watch Nunu sadly as he stumbled around, careful not to accidentally bump headfirst into objects. Her head was thumping and pounding from a headache, but that wasn't the only thing thumping and pounding. Stephanie ignored all warnings and went to her landlord's house. And for this next part, I can't read it because it's very much inappropriate. But to get the idea, her and Smoker pretty much getting nasty. And that's all I can really say. But skipping ahead, they finish up. He throws Stephanie on the bed. He gets cleaned up, grabs a towel, and says, "Here, you coked up jizz." Y'all about to hate this man even more. He throws the towel at Stephanie, and as she's cleaning up, he starts getting angry. "Hi, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Colton. You probably joined at the wrong time, about to read some very vulgar stuff." This is an interaction between Smokey and Stephanie, so be prepared. "Don't get too comfy. You still owe me rent." "But you thought just because we hunched the rent went to zero? Ha, you crazy. My $600. Where is it?" Normally he charges his $1,200 for rent, but because Stephanie made the now horrible decision to start sleeping with him, that rent changed to $600 for the wrong reasons. And then skips ahead because I didn't write the rest. Next interaction is actually looking through it. I honestly can't read through half of what I just wrote. We're gonna skip ahead from the inappropriate stuff where he pretty much verbally and mentally abuses her, and skips ahead to Smokey saying, "Unless you want this shit raised again, I suggest you mind yourself of your place. You easily replaceable as a tenant and my woman. Do I make myself clear?" Stephanie silently nods, crying, and he gives her a kiss. He says, "Good, I love you. I hope you still know that." And Stephanie says, "I love you too, babe." Fast forward a little ahead, Stephanie tries to leave because she has to go to work. And then he says, Don't go home yet. I have a special surprise for you." Says, "Really?" Smokey says, "Of course, baby. Something that'll change your life for the better." And that's where it pretty much ends. So yeah, that is the rest of chapter 1 that I hate. I see the people have been glitching, so I'm definitely going to be ending this soon so no one is glitching. And wow, there's so many comments that I missed. I have a question. When you finish your dinner, can you draw Ginger, Connie, and Shelly? Yes, definitely. I want Smokey to become real so bad so I can jump that man. I think so many people want to jump that man, and for perfectly good reason. If you thought what I wrote, If you thought what I just spoke about was bad with Smokey, you should see what I did and wrote him. Definitely in the future, if enough people ask for it, I'll post screenshots of the story so y'all can read about what this man be saying to Stephanie. And it is horrible. It's just awful. It would be so easy to jump because drugs make him weak. Yes, absolutely. He'd be so easy to jump. I would pay good money to see that. Girl, when will commissions be open again? Hopefully within the next week, commissions will be open again. I gotta make sure my Patreon is open. Um, and then I'll be making the art for examples, pricing, and all that. But this time, at least this time, I know how to properly price and how to advertise my stuff. So this commission will be very easy in the future. I'm bad. I missed all the chapter. It's probably for the best because it got vulgar very fast. You probably missed it for the best. Thank goodness I'm on break. So I definitely have time to do it. I just need motivation. Yes, definitely need the motivation. And sadly, I won't be on break until Friday. But when Friday comes, hopefully I'll be able to do a once a day live during the spring break, where I go live for like 30 minutes to an hour each day for spring break. If you're going to Drama LC, when would you make that? Hopefully, within the next few weeks when I have time, because this week I gotta focus on school and stuff. As much as I hate it, as much as I hate school, I gotta put my education first, unfortunately. And hopefully during the week, I figure out a better way to go live. I figured out a better way to go live so it's less glitchy and more people are able to enjoy it without having to worry about me glitching out or me being slow. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to figure out within this week. But definitely everyone look for the announcement um for the live stream. Look for the announcement with the future live streams and when the Patreon is officially released. There you'll be able to make commissions, get more insights with the story, and even more. I know Taylor, we have 2 minutes left. I gotta go finish this work. Bye, y'all. You got about. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Bye, bye, Sky. Bye, everyone. I'll see y'all next week. This Saturday at the same time. 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Bye, y'all. See y'all next week.